In the global landscape of defense technology, many countries are pushing boundaries to modernize their military arsenals, and Lebanon is no ours, or a hostage nation as you requested. In the global landscape of defense technology, many countries are pushing boundaries to modernize their military arsenals, and Lebanon is no exception. For the year 2026, Lebanon has revealed an all-new main battle tanker designed not only to meet the security needs of the nation but also to symbolize self-sufficiency and technological advancement in the region. This tank reflects a strategic shift in Lebanon's defense posture, as it aims to develop more indigenous capabilities while reducing reliance on imported defense systems. The 2026 Lebanon Tank represents a blend of practicality, technological adaptability, and rugged performance suited for the unique terrain of the country. To understand this tank in detail, let's start with its design philosophy. Unlike heavy, bulky main battle tanks like the American M1 Abrams or the Russian, the Lebanese design team focused on a medium-weight platform that strikes a balance between firepower, mobility, and protection. The core idea was to create a tank that could move swiftly in Lebanon's mountainous regions and urban centers, where heavier tanks would struggle. This approach is informed by Lebanon's unique topography, a mix of rugged mountains, dense cities, and narrow roadways requiring a tank capable of flexibility in both open and confined spaces. The tank's chassis is based on a locally modified and strengthened track platform, drawing lessons from various Eastern and Western designs. The lower hull is equipped with composite armor to enhance protection against landmines and improvised explosive devices, so a real threat in asymmetric warfare scenarios common in the region. Meanwhile, the upper armor includes modular composite plates, providing defense against modern kinetic and chemical energy penetrators, such as shaped charge warheads from RPGs and ATGMs. In terms of firepower, the 2026 Lebanon Tank comes equipped with a modern 120mm smoothbore gunner compatible with NATO standard ammunition. This includes fin-stabilized discarding sabot rounds for engaging armored threats, high-explosive anti-tank for fortified positions, and multi-purpose programmable rounds for dealing with various targets in urban environments. One of the standout features is its autoloader system, a design borrowed and adapted from Eastern tanks, reducing crew workload and allowing the tank to maintain a three-person crew structure: commander, driver, and gunner. The fire control system is fully digital, incorporating thermal imaging, laser range finders, and day-night sights, providing the tank with the ability to operate in all weather and lighting conditions. This system is further enhanced by ballistic computers, which allow for accurate firing while the tank is on the move. Notably, the tank also supports hunter-killer operations. The commander can search for and mark targets while the gunner engages another, drastically improving the vehicle's battlefield awareness and efficiency. Secondary armament includes a coaxial 7.62mm machine gun, ideal for suppressing infantry and light vehicles, and a remotely operated 12.7mm heavy machine gun mounted on the roof. This remote weapon station is designed for use in urban warfare, giving the crew the ability to engage threats from behind cover or from within the safety of the armored hull without exposure to sniper fire or small arms. One of the greatest challenges faced during the design of the 2026 Lebanon Tank was integrating modern electronics and battlefield networking capabilities into a platform that could be manufactured and maintained domestically. The result is a command, control, communications, computers, and intelligence suite, designed to share real-time battlefield information with other units and command posts. This is crucial in modern warfare, where situational awareness can determine victory or defeat. The system allows the tank to receive and transmit targeting data, request fire support, and avoid threats identified by drones or other surveillance systems. Mobility is another vital feature of this tank. The powertrain consists of a 1,200 horsepower diesel engine, locally assembled under license from a European defense contractor. This engine is optimized for high torque output, essential for the tank's ability to navigate Lebanon's steep terrain and unpaved rural routes. The transmission system features automatic gear shifts, while the suspension system is a hydro-pneumatic setup that allows the tank to adjust its ground clearance. This is useful for both cross-country travel and urban combat, where adjusting the tank's height can help in covering firing positions or overcoming obstacles like barricades and debris. The maximum road speed is around 65 km per hour, with an off-road speed of approximately 45 km per hour. Operational range without refueling is estimated at 450 km, sufficient for deployment across the entirety of Lebanon's territory without frequent logistics support. Additional fuel tanks can be mounted externally for extended missions. The tank's agility is further enhanced by its steering system, which allows for pivot turns, a valuable asset in confined urban environments or when maneuvering in tight mountain passes. Protection against aerial threats was also addressed in this design. The tank is fitted with an active protection system, APS, designed to detect and intercept incoming anti-tank missiles and rockets. This is vital in a region where such threats are common. The APS includes radar and electro-optical sensors that can detect threats in real time, deploying countermeasures such as smoke grenades, infrared jammers, or hard-kill interceptors depending on the nature of the attack. One particularly innovative feature of the 2026 Lebanon Tank is its battlefield survivability enhancements for asymmetric warfare. The designers understood that future conflicts are unlikely to be traditional tank-on-tank battles. Instead, they will involve guerrilla tactics, eyed ambushes, and drone strikes. As a result, the tank includes modular reactive armor panels on its sides and front, which can be easily replaced in the field if damaged. Moreover, slat armor has been integrated to protect against rocket-propelled grenades, particularly in urban scenarios where such weapons are prevalent. Inside the tank, the crew compartment is designed for improved ergonomics and comfort. With modern climate control systems, noise dampening measures, and shock-absorbing seats, the 2026 Lebanon Tank allows its crew to operate for extended periods without fatigue, a critical factor during prolonged deployments. An overpressure NBC, nuclear, biological, chemical, protection system ensures the crew's safety in contaminated environments, another lesson learned from regional conflicts where chemical weapons have been used. A particularly noteworthy element is the emphasis on low-cost maintenance and logistical simplicity. Recognizing the limitations of Lebanon's defense budget, the tank was designed with common parts, modular systems, and easy access points for repairs. This ensures that field maintenance crews can replace damaged components quickly without requiring specialized tools or complex equipment, a major advantage in protracted or dispersed combat operations. What's more impressive is the level of local content in this tank. Reports indicate that over 60% of its components are either produced in Lebanon or assembled domestically. This includes electronics, armor modules, and some subsystems of the engine and transmission. This not only strengthens Lebanon's defense industry but also reduces dependency on foreign suppliers, an important consideration given the volatile geopolitical environment of the region. Operational testing of the 2026 Lebanon Tank took place in various regions of the country, including the Bekaa Valley, southern mountainous areas, and urban training centers near Beirut. The tests reportedly demonstrated the tank's reliability in harsh conditions, from deep mud and snow to hot, dusty plains. Crews praised its intuitive controls, stability when firing on the move, and the effectiveness of its defensive systems against simulated attacks. It's also worth mentioning that export potential for this tank has generated interest. Several Middle Eastern and North African countries have reportedly expressed curiosity about acquiring the platform, especially those seeking affordable alternatives to Western or Russian main battle tanks. If finalized, such deals could bring much-needed revenue to Lebanon's economy and further develop its defense manufacturing sector. Critics, however, have raised some concerns. Some military analysts argue that, while the tank is a technological leap for Lebanon, it remains to be seen how well it would perform against more advanced adversaries operating 4th or 5th generation main battle tanks, like the German Leopard or the Israeli Merkava Mark IV. Moreover, the effectiveness of the tank's active protection system against swarm drone attacks, a rising threat globally, has yet to be fully proven in live combat conditions. Nonetheless, the 2026 Lebanon Tank represents a significant strategic step for Lebanon. It showcases the country's desire to develop indigenous defense capabilities and its understanding of the new realities of modern warfare, where mobility, flexibility, electronic warfare capabilities, and asymmetric threat handling are as critical as raw firepower and armor thickness. On the training side, the Lebanese armed forces have adapted new doctrines and crew training programs to match the tank's capabilities. Simulators equipped with virtual reality technology have been deployed to reduce the cost and risk of training new tank crews. These systems allow soldiers to learn driving, targeting, and emergency repair procedures without expending costly fuel or risking damage to actual vehicles. The digital systems on board also allow for future upgrades. Lebanon's Ministry of Defense has confirmed that the tank's electronic architecture is open and modular, meaning that new sensors, weapons, or communications equipment can be integrated with relative ease in the coming years. This design foresight ensures that the tank will not become obsolete quickly, a common problem for rapidly evolving military hardware. In terms of battlefield roles, the 2026 Lebanon Tank is designed primarily as a main battle tank, but it is versatile enough to serve in multiple capacities. For instance, its modular turret system allows for the possibility of swapping the main gun with alternative weapon systems such as a short-range surface-to-air missile launcher or a heavy mortar system for specialized missions. This kind of multi-role potential greatly expands the tank's usefulness to the Lebanese military. Another important consideration is urban warfare. Lebanon's past conflicts have shown that tanks can be both a blessing and a liability in city fighting. To address this, the tank's designers have included a 360-degree camera system and a laser warning receiver to improve situational awareness. Crews can monitor blind spots, identify ambush threats, and respond to danger more effectively, reducing the risks of anti-tank teams attacking from hidden positions. As with all modern military vehicles, cybersecurity has become a priority. The digital fire control and communications systems are hardened against hacking and electronic warfare attacks. Lebanon's military intelligence community worked closely with the tank's developers to create encryption protocols and software defenses that protect the tank's critical systems from disruption, whether from domestic or foreign adversaries. Interestingly, the development process of the 2026 Lebanon Tank was not solely military-driven. The project included contributions from civilian industries such as automotive and electronics firms that helped create the tank's power systems, optics, and onboard computing. This collaboration has fostered a growing domestic defense technology sector that could support other projects in the future, including drones, light armored vehicles, or even naval assets. Finally, it's important to consider the broader implications of this tank's introduction into Lebanon's military inventory. It reflects a broader strategy of deterrency, signaling to potential aggressors that the country has the means to defend itself with locally produced, modern armored vehicles. This could help stabilize the region by discouraging hostile actions, while also giving Lebanon's armed forces greater confidence in their operational readiness. The 2026 Lebanon Tank is more than just an armored fighting vehicle. It is a statement of national resilience and technical capability. While it may not yet rival the world's most advanced tanks in terms of sheer performance, it represents a realistic and thoughtful response to Lebanon's defense needs, economic limitations, and strategic priorities. Whether this tank will see action in future conflicts remains to be seen, but its development has already had a positive impact on Lebanon's military preparedness and industrial growth. In the coming years, further improvements are likely as new technologies such as AI-driven targeting systems, energy weapons, or autonomous operation capabilities become available. Lebanon's tank developers are already exploring these possibilities, ensuring that the platform remains relevant as warfare evolves. Overall, the 2026 Lebanon Tank is a milestone in the country's defense history. It represents a new chapter of innovation, self-reliance, and determination to secure national sovereignty in a complex